What's up, everyone? Today we're going to install the Minecraft Life in the Woods Renaissance server. The client files have been available for a long time, but there have not been any official server files released yet. Um, so we're going to get this set up. I have a server that I want to run this on. It runs a headless version of Java. So we're actually going to set this up on my laptop here first, get everything configured, and then just transfer it over to the server. So the very first thing that you need to do is you need to download Forge. We're using version 1.7.10 10.13.2.12. Sorry, 12.30. Anyway, if you take a look at that, go find that on the Forge website and go download that jar. So we're going to create a directory for this. I'm going to call it Minecraft LITWR, Life in the Woods Renaissance. We'll just save this on the desktop and we'll go ahead and run Forge here. We want to install the server. And we're going to go ahead and pick this directory that I just created. Go here, go find the desktop. There's the folder, and hit OK. So it'll start extracting all the Forge stuff. Okay, once that's completed, go ahead and go into this directory and launch the Forge jar. And you see there's not much in here right now, but once we launch this, we will start seeing files appear, and files and directories. And after a while, we should see the server UI pop up. There we go. All right, it's going to immediately close, and that's because we need to go to this end user license agreement, eula.txt, and we will agree to it by setting this to true. We save the file, close it, and then go ahead and launch Forge again. I'll go ahead and make this bigger. The very first time that it starts up, it's going to go ahead and prepare the world file. And we'll let it go ahead and complete that. Alright, and we're done, so we'll go ahead and shut this down. Type stop. And that will stop the server. Save the world. Okay, so that closed. So we want to go into this mods directory. There shouldn't be anything in here right now. But this is where, if we go to where our launcher is, for Life in the Woods Renaissance, and we go ahead and run it. So once that starts, you want to go ahead and look where this game directory is under the config tab. That's where we need to navigate to. I happen to have that pulled up here. And under that, there is a mods directory. So what we want to do, we can go ahead and close that. We want to take and copy all of these mods that we run in the client over to the server's mods directory. Okay, so we can close that. And there are some of these mods that we do not want because they are client specific. So let's go ahead and set this. Yeah, let me sort this. We want to get rid of, we actually want to get rid of this entire Carpenter's Blocks directory. Just the directory. We want to get rid of Optifine. Not enough items. The shaders mod core and sound filters. And then since it created a world with vanilla, we want to go ahead and delete that. Just get rid of that directory. There may be another one that's world specific config. Go ahead and get rid of that one too. And then once those are gone, go ahead and launch Forge again. So we can see when the server starts now, we see Minecraft Forge, we see a bunch of mods loading. And it's going to take longer. And we're going to see it start to build the world file over again using the nice extra biomes, whatever the mod is that creates the special biomes, and all that jazz. Alright, so once that's complete, go ahead and stop the server. It's going to save the world that it just created. Okay, so now I'm going to take this entire directory here, and I'm going to compress it. And you can see it here, and I'm going to secure copy it over to my server. Alright, so I'm already logged into my server. You can see that I have the zip file here. We'll go ahead and unzip it. Alright, so we'll go into that directory. Alright, so this step isn't really necessary, but I actually happen to have an old Life in the Woods server. So what I'm going to do, I have this script to launch it. So I'm going to copy that here. And we'll go ahead and copy the name of the jar file. And we'll edit this. So the only real thing it's doing here is just adding the min and max heap size, and then telling it to launch the jar. So we'll just paste that in like that. But then I also have a world file that I copied. It's the one that we've been playing on. So let me copy that entire directory here. Okay, so I have that. I'm just going to leave the world that we already have. I'm going to go into my server properties. And here there should be, yeah, level name equals world. I'm going to change that, and I'm going to put in that directory that I that I copied over. All right, so we'll go ahead and run. We should see it start up. It's running in headless. It's doing things. So on this end, since it's going to take a while, let's go ahead and go back to our Life in the Woods folder, our client, and we'll run that. So it looks like from the background that our server has started. This is actually running on a 2011 MacBook Air 11-inch. So set your expectations for speed pretty low. But we are launching the game here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go to multiplayer. And I actually had already added my server in. So we'll go ahead and double click that. We should see back here, it should be connecting, and it looks like it is. Whoa. Got some kind of crazy loud sound going on. And it actually looks like it got my inventory and put me in the right spot. Yes, I did happen to be in a boat. So that's how you install. It's actually not too difficult. That's how you install the Life in the Woods server before the server files are available. And that's how you can set up and copy the world that you happen to be using over if you're already got one established.